Today we are going to talk about the glycolysis. So we all know that glycolysis is the metabolic pathway in which glucose are break down into pyruvate, 2-pyruvic acid or 2-pyruvate. Here is the diagram of the glycolysis. Glucose are break down into pyruvate. So there 2 NADH and 2 ATP. NADH and ATP are released. A lot of energies are released during this process. And energy are released in the form of NADH and ATP. And NADH is taken to electron transport chain. So pyruvate, if oxygen is present, then it will enters into the Krebs cycle. And in absence of oxygen, then there is a anaerobic glycolysis. Anaerobic glycolysis और कहाँ होता है in RBC. In RBC there is anaerobic glycolysis even though it has a lot of oxygen, but in RBC there is anaerobic glycolysis, and in almost all the tissue have the capacity to break down glucose into pyruvate. So overall glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm. So in this process glucose undergo partial oxidation to form 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. In plants glucose is derived from sucrose, and glucose and fructose are phosphorylated to form glucose 6-phosphate, and the metabolism of glucose and fructose both are of same metabolisms. In presence of enzyme hexokinase, there is one enzyme present in presence of an enzyme hexokinase. Here it is written very nicely written. Glucose, very nicely diagrams is present here. Glucose is converted into glucose 6-fructase in presence of enzyme hexokinase, and the phosphorylated form of glucose then isomerase to form fructose 6-phosphate, and fructose 6-phosphate is phosphorylated, and fructose 1,6-bisphosphate produced by the action of phosphofructokinase. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphate produced by the action of phosphofructokinase, and then glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate produced in presence of aldolase and zinc Z2 plus. Dioxyacetones phosphates are further isomerized. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, then 1,3-biphosphoglycerate, 3-phosphoglycerates, 2-phosphoglycerate, 3-phosphopyruvate, and then pyruvate. So in the above pathway, the molecules of ATP are produced in 2 ways. The first, direct transfer of phosphate to ADP, and the oxidation of NADH produced during the glycolysis of NAD+. Each molecules of NADH give rise to 3 molecules of ATP. So therefore net gain of ATP molecules is 8 during glycolysis.